and played in that game for Wales in '58, is here watching tonight. So here they come, Wales in red and Brazil in that famous strip, yellow and blue. Important, Mark Bright, that the Welsh players concentrate on playing the yellow and blue before they are intent on swapping shirts with the yellow and blue.
I think that's always important. I think Neville Southall pointed something to me really important. This is about your football development. This is about testing yourself against the best nation, one of the best nations in the world. You know, your man, the man you're marking, the man you're directly opposite against, learn from him. That's what you should do. You know, obviously you've got to look up to these players, respect them, don't fear them.
Well, Wales are officially the visiting team tonight for this neutral friendly, though they have the home dressing room, so it's the Welsh anthem first. London is not the land of their fathers, but still the Welsh band of supporters who have travelled here to White Hart Lane, heartily singing out their famous anthem. It's a big night for them. Has been cheered and revered in some of the greatest arenas in world football. Brazilian fans outnumber their Welsh counterparts at White Hart Lane tonight, and Brazil's starting 11 only contains 2 of the 11 who started against Argentina at Arsenal's ground on Sunday. That's the goalkeeper Gomez and Edmilson, the number 5, at the heart of the midfield, who is skipper tonight. The 9 changes mean that we get the opportunity to watch from the start Kaká, who scored that magnificent goal against Argentina, Ronaldinho, and also Arsenal's new face, Julio Baptista, who was a late substitute in the match against Argentina. He's the number 11, and he starts for Brazil. Number 4, Alex, at the back, is that player I was referring to earlier, who is at PSV Eindhoven, but part owned by Chelsea. Well, Wales played on Saturday in the Czech Republic, losing that European Championship qualifier, a bit unfortunately too. It was their first qualifier of Euro 2008. 3 changes from that. Mark Delaney has a knee injury. In comes Portsmouth's Duffy at right back. Gareth Bale comes in at left wing back to win only a second cap, and he's only 17. Rob Earnshaw replaces Carl Fletcher. Ryan Giggs, who partnered Bellamy on Saturday, moves back into midfield, and it's Earnshaw and Bellamy up front. And of course, Mark, Wales will look to Giggs, Davis, Earnshaw, Bellamy to provide pace and a little bit of magic.
Well, you're talking about the two small guys of Earnshaw and Bellamy up against, obviously, the two big guys of Luciao and Alex. And one thing that Bellamy's got, as we saw the other day, electric pace to get in behind. We've always seen that. It's just sometimes I just think he needs too many chances for a goal.
The Brazilian bench is pretty awesome. And there he is, the twice World Footballer of the Year. Had a little bit of a back problem on Sunday, which is why he didn't play against Argentina. He would have wanted to very much, but I thought Brazil were excellent on Sunday against Argentina. Like you, Mark, I was there, and that man scored just a fantastic goal, Kaká.
Absolutely, and with all the team changes, quite right as you say, Steve, we get an opportunity to see Kaká. And they are the fans' favourite as well, because I think they've proved themselves in that shirt. And obviously Ronaldinho, but, well, you know, what else is to add to him? You know, hopefully tonight we'll see a little bit of individualism as well as a lot of team play. His passing is exceptional. You know, the way he's tight control and his skills for every kid in the nation to witness tonight and learn from.
Well, Ryan Giggs is the captain of the Welsh side and the player to whom they will look for inspiration if they can get the ball. Mike Riley, by the way, is the referee. It's Brazil from right to left in the first 45 minutes. Wales looking to immediately dispossess Julio Baptista, who shrugged off the challenge of Bellamy. And Ed Mielsen finds Marcelo, who's the attacking left-back. Ronaldinho's first touch into Dudu. Ed Mielsen. Julio Baptista. Big challenge. Maicon felt it from Gareth Bale.
Yeah, I thought the pass from Julio Baptista out to him lacked a little bit of pace, and that's why he just got caught. He's having to just poke it there. And I think in the Premiership that probably would not have been a foul. I think he clearly wins the ball first. Gareth Bale, a little over-eager, I think.
Well, I say good challenge, but I mean, it's clearly a foul, but it's a 17-year-old.
I think he takes the ball, Steve.
Yeah.
I think he wins the ball, and it's the follow-through that takes the man.
Wales need to impose themselves early on. They're not here to watch Brazil put on an exhibition.
Absolutely, you want to be part of the game, you know, some bystanders in it.
This is Wagner Love, that was nicely done. Kaká, Julio Baptista, Ronaldinho. Marcelo on the edge of the penalty area, and Kaká. And the shot from Wagner Love hit Louis Nyatanga. And that's a good block by Bale to get in the way of the drive from Maicon. Earnshaw just beaten to it by Luisao of Benfica.
I think one of those situations for people like Earnshaw and Bellamy, you're playing against, you know, one of the best teams in the world here. Let me show you what I can do. You know, I'm not just going to let you dominate me. I'm going to run you and get close to you and hustle you.
This is Carl Robinson, who's playing the defensive midfield role in front of that back three. It's given away by Duffy.
Duffy just got himself in a position there where he didn't have any alternative but to play that ball infield. He never opened his body up to play it down the line, and he just gave the ball away, and consequently it's a corner from it.
One by Dudu to be taken by Ronaldinho. Luisao and Alex are the central defensive partnership forward here. And it was won by Dudu, who got in front of Robinson.
Just a good in-swinging corner here from Ronaldinho. The quality is good. He gets in front, but he's got too much to do. I think it was just a challenge there. Might have been Robinson, just enough to put him off.
And Giggs forward looking for Earnshaw. Maicon and Luisao did enough. It's Gareth Bale.
See, for me, the way that the Wales have set up there, Bale is really important and Duff is really important, because when the play's on the opposite side, if you're playing wing-back, you have got to push forward and make the extra man. If you you sit back, it'll make a 5 across the back.
Here's Kaka, who's going to play deeper than Wagner Love. Edmilson. Ronaldinho. Duffy just there ahead of Gilberto. Bellamy chasing here. And it's Ray's throw. Had those two great opportunities in the Czech Republic. Duffy to Bellamy. Marcelo. Ronaldinho. This is Maicon. Edmilson. Kaka. Dudu back into Kaka. Robinson's just going to follow Kaka all over the park. Ronaldinho. Back to Ronaldinho.
He's been held there.
Mike Riley has given nothing.
I think it was Carl Robinson had hold of him.
Here's Davis. Dispossessed by Dudu. Julio Baptista.
I think he's getting booed, obviously, because
yes,
he's an Arsenal player and he's playing White Hart Lane.
And it's a corner. Duffy put it behind. Julio Baptista was roared to the rafters by Arsenal fans on Sunday. It's Ronaldinho. Oh, it was a free header, and it's scrambled behind by Gabidon. It was Alex who almost got his head on it.
Well, it's a great in-swinging corner, isn't it? He comes in unmarked, he should score. He gets a free header, I think he just half spots the keeper coming. I think he dips his head down, he puts his forehead right through that ball there, I think it goes in. Maybe doing him a little bit of justice, he is stretching a little bit, but...
Edmilson put the follow-up wide. I'm not sure whose was the better chance, actually. Alex with the header or Edmilson with the half volley. Here's Duffy. Bellamy. Bellamy thought he was fouled.
Yeah, I thought he was as well. I think it was Alex who just tried to block him off from running into the channel. Craig Bellamy, as always, just having a word with the assistant referee.
Edmilson here. Marcelo. Oh, Julio Baptista beautifully away from Giggs, and then horribly over the bar and wide.
You get a little bit lucky there. Carl Robinson come flying in behind him.
Oh, his first touch was supreme, his second was dreadful. For Robert Earnshaw to try and show tonight. He was left out of the side that lost to the Czech Republic. Ryan Giggs played up front, or just off Bellamy.
That's sometimes down to tactics as well, and you know, as I said before, Craig Bellamy scored one of the opportunities he had. It could have been a different game.
Kaka. Julio Baptista. Maicon forward. He's behind Wagner Love, away by James Collins. This is Edmilson for Brazil. Marcelo. Ronaldinho. Up through the legs of Marcelo to Kaka. And if Wagner Love had kept his feet there, he just might have had a chance to get onto the pass.
I've seen a little bit of Wagner Love for CSKA, and this kind of player likes to back into four defenders.
Mistake by Naya Tanga. That is Wagner Love claiming a corner. Goal kick is given.
Yeah, he likes to back into defenders. He's small. He's a Romario type of player, and just takes a snapshot here. I don't think it takes a deflection. But it's an opportunity for him, as Dunga said, if you've got the shirt, you've got a chance to keep it.
Well, the chest of Louis Nyatanga, Wales number 6 there, already stained with sweat. It was his mistake. Robinson. And Collins forward, looking for Earnshaw. Bellamy's in the middle. Simon Davis getting forward. Still Earnshaw, still got Lewis out for company. And he's won a throw.
Good play from Robert Earnshaw. Luciao just running into the channels, and that's what I said. You've got two small guys against two really big, tall central defenders. If Wales can get the ball onto the deck, into Earnshaw's feet and Bellamy's feet, they've got a chance to cause problems.
Here he is, Earnshaw. Robinson. Bale. Bellamy. Two for company, Maicon and Julio Baptista. And it was at least one too many. John Toshak's second spell, of course, in charge. His heaviest ever defeat as Wales manager was actually in that one-game spell he had back in '94 when they were beaten 3-1 by Norway. That's Collins forward for Giggs, and there's a bit of a gap there too. Ryan Giggs to Earnshaw, Bellamy's there too. Bounced up off the defender Alex onto Bellamy. It was a clear opportunity, and Earnshaw and Bellamy debate amongst themselves just who got in whose way.
There's a great chance. There's an excellent run from Ryan Giggs, and it's a great diagonal ball. This is what some problems Brazil sometimes fail to deal with. Long balls into the box. They're just both getting each other's way. There's nothing positive about Robert Earnshaw's touch to get himself a shooting opportunity.
This is Nyatanga. And Gavidon. Now there's a player in Gavidon who has really matured over the last 2 or 3 years into a mainstay of this Welsh team, and of course West Ham's team too.
Absolutely. He's been there around a long time for everyone to see. Alan Pardew's taking a chance, and I think it's paid off for him.
Ronaldinho, two around him, still got it into Wagner Love, back to Ronaldinho.
It's a misplaced pass, but I think Ronaldinho's looking for Maicon to get forward and exploit that space once Julio Baptista moves forward and creates it.
This is Giggs. He's onside. Earnshaw in the middle, Bellamy with the ball at his feet. His first touch wasn't really there, was it, Mark? Took him too close to the byline.
It was neither one or the other, was it? And then the delivery. You know, that's two relatively decent opportunities to create something they've had.
Wagner Love here to Kaka. Ronaldinho has got in behind Duffy. Waits and waits, and here comes Marcelo. All just in front of Wagner Love. Paul Jones wasn't sure whether to come or stay.
Well, in the end, you have to say he did the right thing and stayed, but good play, lovely movement to the ball for Brazil, as we expect.
Would you agree with me, Mark, that on the evidence of what we saw on Sunday against Argentina, Brazil actually looked a better side without some of the elder statesmen who have been great players and whose farewell was the World Cup? I mean, when you look at Cicinho coming in at right back instead of Cafu,
yeah.
Change of left back, of course, and no Ronaldo.
The old always have to make way for the new, Stephen. When the time's right, you have to change things around, and the result against what their probably biggest competitor was emphatic in the end, but there was a spell in the second half where Argentina played some very good football and deserved really to get back in the game. And that just shows you the quality Brazil have, punishing you on the counter-attack.
Wales have a free kick. That's Dudu who conceded it.
They always look like they've got time and space, and you know, I think he'll learn a lot from the game as well. You know, they'll take the DVD away and watch the movement and the touch and how they get the fullbacks forward and create extra man in midfield.
Well, Lewis Howe's given it away to Ryan Giggs, who plays it into Earnshaw. Beautifully, Earnshaw, good save.
What a save.
Well, That's an awful mistake by Luizão, which started it. Gomez made the save. Lovely ball into Earnshaw by Ryan Giggs. Brazil are lucky here.
Yeah, it doesn't show it, it just gives it away. I think it's Edmilson. He gives it away. He creates a great scoring opportunity and really should score from there, Earnshaw.
That's Davis.
I think that's really encouraging, Steve, you know, that we're talking about, you know, all the flair of Brazil, but it's about creating goal-scoring opportunities. Ryan Giggs just nips in here, Edmilson just gets caught napping. That opens everything up, gets it out to his feet really well, and there, I don't think he connects with it well. I think he stubs it into the ground a little bit. Great back heel from Giggs. There you go, out to his feet. Does he look up to the keeper? No, keeps his head down. Oh, it's a side foot, he didn't really catch it. But I think from that position there, it's a great goal-scoring opportunity.
Edmilson. I thought it was a poor ball into Edmilson by Luizão.
Well, it's the kind of ball that you expect somebody's got to be behind you.
Kaká won't reach that. Seems somehow appropriate that a team including Kaká and Dudu should be managed by Dunga. Who was a great player in his day, wasn't he, Dunga? What a fantastic
you say great players, Steve. In terms of like how Brazil play, you know, he's no Ronaldinho or, you know, Ronaldo. He was a solid, dependable, got things going, kept things moving, very simple the way he played.
You've got to have that, haven't you?
Absolutely, it's about complementing each other. I think that's what he was saying in his press conference, about all the skill and talent. He's got to work within the framework of the side, to the side's benefit, not just showboating.
Edmilson. It was always rising when he hit it, but it still had Paul Jones scampering to his left.
You can see a picture there of Ryan Giggs. We can see him, and he's the man who comes out and closes down here. And what he's saying to the central defenders, I'm in midfield, I'm trying to work on in midfield. Somebody's got to come out and get close to this guy. The three of you marking one forward.
Edmilson. Marcelo. Ronaldinho to Kaká. Into Wagner Love by Mike on. Still Wagner Love, now it's Kaká. Came off James Collins. And it's a corner as the communication broke down between Gareth Bale and Paul Jones.
I think Paul Jones shouts him to leave it, and if Gareth Bale just steps back a little bit to leave it, I think it hits him on the foot and spins forward.
Brazil have 7 inside the penalty area. Wales have everyone except Earnshaw. Kaká with a little flick which came off the heel, I think, of Dudu and behind for a goal kick.
Ryan Giggs just having a word with Paul Jones there, talking about that unnecessary corner. But, you know, the view from where we've got, Steve, we're right up here in the crow's nest, and we can see all the pitch. The beautiful thing about watching Brazil from here is when they get possession, nobody's standing still. Everybody's moving and making angles and just clearing space for other players to run into.
Here's Earnshaw. Marcelo. This is Luizão. Wales will be too unhappy about the first getting on 20 minutes. They've had one clear goal-scoring opportunity, and this is Davis, and this is Bellamy. Duffy, Robinson, Bellamy, Davis. Bellamy will chase, Dudu is there too. possession. You'd expect that possession stat. So 2/3 Brazil. Goal kick, well played, James Collins.
It's the old adage of, you know, it's all right saying you've had more possession. It's about goal-scoring opportunities, and I think you said Wales have obviously been sitting back and soaking up, but then they've had an opportunity to break. They broke and they created an opportunity, well, the best opportunity so far.
And here's Duffy. Davis, Robinson, Bellamy, Giggs. Space on that left side. Gareth Bale is there. Earnshaw in the middle, Bellamy in the middle. Ryan Giggs arriving now. I think he's been bright and positive down that left-hand side, Gareth Bale.
Absolutely. Imagine, you know, start of your career playing against Brazil. Plenty to take away from this.
First touch, and Gabidon, all credit to him. He deserves the pat on the back from Paul Jones, because he knew where Wagner Love was and he knew he had to do something with this.
You can see Wagner Love is just at the top of the screen. Gabidon's in the screen. He knows he's behind him, and he knows he can't afford to let that ball go. He's at full stretch, and he does ever so well to put it out.
Brazilian corner. Ronaldinho. Well, Paul Jones would have punched it, but for the intervention of Collins.
Just one of those situations where you're attacking the ball, you get a call from the keeper, and you're not sure whether to leave it or not. And if you're not sure, the best thing to do is do what he's done and put it out.
Ronaldinho. That's Carl Robinson. And that's a corner, is it? No, it's a goal kick.
I think it was touched. It was Doodoo. Poked it off him.
Well, there he is, Gareth Bale. He's only winning his second cap for Wales today. Made his debut back in March against Trinidad and Tobago in a friendly just pre-World Cup. He was only 16 at the time. He's only 17 now. Southampton full-back. And he started nicely in this game.
I think he's the youngest player to play for Wales, isn't he?
Yes, he is, yeah.
And, you know, talking to some of the, obviously, our Welsh counterparts, you know, high hopes for him. And, you know, he says he's good, he's composed on the ball. And from what I've seen so far, you know, I have to agree. I think the refs just give a free kick and it was played on there.
Lewin Nyatanga is also 17. Gareth Bale was around about 180 days younger when he made his debut than Nyatanga. But that's John Toshak's policy.
Yes, you look at the majority of this side, you know, apart from Jones and Giggs, everyone's in their 20s. You know, it's around about 26, 21, 18, 25, Earnshaw. So, you know, he's trying to make a side for the future. But the important thing, Steve, you've got to be playing at top flight. I think there's 6 of this team in the Premiership.
Ronaldinho. Maicon here. Julio Baptista ahead of him. That's Kaká. Gabidon read it.
You can just see Ronaldinho. We can see him anyway. You just say to Maicon, give me the ball. I'm inside, I'm free, give me the ball. That's one thing they didn't do against Brazil, against Argentina Sunday. Didn't waste it.
Doudou. Marcelo. Nicely done, Marcelo. Wagner Love, Kaká in the middle. Julio Baptista forward. Kaká wants it. Instead, it's Doudou. Maicon. Good run this by Maicon. Tackled by Carl Robinson.
One thing Brazil do when they haven't got possession, they win it back. They split and get a good shape and width on the pitch. And the width usually comes from the fullbacks.
That's Arsenal's new face, Julio Baptista. Can play almost as a right winger, or he can play as a central midfielder too, topping up just left centre midfield at the moment. Might even play alongside Gilberto Silva sometimes for Arsenal. Here's Kaká into Ronaldinho. James Collins has conceded a free kick against Brazil, 5 yards outside their own penalty area. That's not a good idea.
Well, this is exactly where Ronaldinho wants it. He backs in, just drags the ball, obviously, to his left-hand side. James Collins, he knows he's beaten and trips over Ronaldinho and gives him an absolutely golden opportunity to display his free kick skills.
I'll tell you what, watch the cameras pop behind Paul Jones' goal. when this free kick comes in. Ronaldinho over it, Julio Baptista there as well. If Ronaldinho doesn't take this, I'd be very surprised. Paul Jones has lined up about 8 in the wall. It's Ronaldinho. Might have been blinded by the flashbulbs popping, but I don't think so.
He takes his time, doesn't he? He concentrates, he focuses on that ball. He's talking to the groundsman before the game, and they said that he was practicing free kicks yesterday at the top end. You know, he must have took 50. I said, well, that's why he's so good at it. And they were concerned about the condition of the pitch.
Well, that's what free kick specialists do. I remember hearing that Gianfranco Zola at Chelsea used to have one of those fake walls of metal defenders and 2 youth team goalkeepers, one on either post, and used to beat the lot of them time and time again.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
If you can beat the wall and 2 goalkeepers, you are good at free kicks. And short. Robinson. Marcelo. Ronaldinho. Wagner Love. Beautiful ball too, Julio Baptista. And didn't Gareth Bale do well? He got a really important touch. Ryan Giggs here in the spot of bother with Ed Mielson on his shoulder. Giggs is canny enough to escape the shackles of Ed Mielson and get Simon Davis going. And Bellamy wants it, and wants it early. Wants it in behind Alex. Davis hasn't played it there. Now he plays it to Bellamy and overplays it.
Well, I sympathise with Bellamy there as a former striker, because he wants that ball when he wants it, the timing of his run. He's trying to run in behind, and you can see him, he wants him behind here. Now all of a sudden he's got to stay on side, and now Simon Davis just gives him too much to do. Yeah, you can see Bellamy, he opens his shoulders up, now he's looking along the line, he knows he can't go any further, and that ball's just got too much weight on it. It's a wasted opportunity.
This is Alex. Dudu. Davis with him. Dudu shrugged off him. Wagner Love. Robinson tried to scrap it away. Took a couple of challenges in the end. Here's Kaka. Ed Mielson. Ronaldinho. Kaka. The other thing about Brazilian sides, which always seems to be true, apart from all the cliches about how fantastic on the ball they are, they're almost to a man physically tall, aren't they? They're a tall team, and we're standing just alongside Kaka in the tunnel around about an hour before kickoff, you know, and he's a tall man.
Everybody's tall to you.
That is partly true, Mark. But...
yeah, great physical specimens, aren't they? You know, they came out for warm-up, and you just look, you know, everything's right. You know, none of them carrying any weight. Just look really, really great specimens, and they're very fit, very athletical. As I said before, from where we are, we can just see the movement in the team. Everybody's running and looking over their shoulder, constantly looking for space. You know, but they're finding it hard to break Wales down.
Played nearly half an hour here.
Yeah.
Maicon of Inter Milan into Kaka. Marcelo. Bale backpedaling, Maicon's ball dealt with by Collins. Be a corner.
Dealt with very well, James Collins. He's just covering his defensive partner there and his teammate, Danny Gavidon.
Some threat in there, isn't there? Nielsen, the captain's armband, but in front of him is Dudu. Behind him is Luizao and Alex and Wagner Love as well. Kaka who got the final touch on it.
Yep. That swinging corner, and that's very hard to mark somebody when that ball is at the near post. He's at the near post there, you can see him, then he comes off the post, and out towards a penalty spot. He's just having his shirt tugged there, I think, from Robinson. He doesn't manage to get a really good contact on it. There he is, just having his shirt tugged. Can't keep it on target.
Brazil wanted to play this game tomorrow, having played on Sunday, but John Toshak is off to Bratislava, I understand, tomorrow to watch Slovakia play. They are Wales' next opponents in Euro 2008 qualifying, so Wales insisted on Tuesday or not at all. Marcelo. And the Samba beat starts up for the first time. Maicon. Ronaldinho. Bale across. Hasn't dealt with him yet. He has now. That's a feather in his cap. About 3,000 Welshmen stand and applaud Gareth Bale.
Keep your eye on the ball.
Dudu. Kaka. Did well Simon Davis. Kaka finds Marcelo. Ronaldinho. Edmilson. Took a deflection, I think. Corner given.
Good play, good movements. As I said before, lots of changing of positions from the Brazilians. You can just see Ronaldinho tees it up. It was Robinson again who closes the ball down as quick as he can, just comes off his heel.
Again, Wales pack the penalty area. Ronaldinho to take the corner. Oh, it's cut right the way through. This is Luisao. James Collins hurled himself in the way.
Everybody got caught going forward, didn't they? They all ran forward, and look at this, he's free at the far post, but as you said, James Collins, great defending, closed the ball quickly and threw himself at it. You know, looking at the situation, I think John Toshak will be really pleased with the players. I don't think they've been overawed, they haven't been starstruck, they've worked hard defensively, they broke forward and created opportunities. Two front boys are working really hard. There's, you know, lots of positives.
Shaw will reflect on that chance, which was saved by Gomez in the Brazilian goal. Still remains the best chance of the game. Dudu. Dudu, one of three in the squad who play their football in Russia with CSKA. Edmilson. Julio Baptista. Oh, beautifully done. Well saved by Paul Jones, but Arsenal fans will be licking their lips at the step over. Well, that was a little bit tight.
It was a little bit, yeah.
Wales have a throw.
Good play. You know, it's coming in offside. This is a lovely little step over there. You just see Danny Gabardon loses him. He hits the target and works the goalie. And you know, at Seville, he had a great goal-scoring record. I think it was 50 goals in 2 seasons. His nickname, La Bestia. Big, strong. I think he maybe didn't benefit from playing out of position a lot at Madrid as well, Steve.
Still scored 8 times for Real last season. He's actually on a year-long loan at Arsenal.
He said he didn't want to come. It was just, the power just said, you have to go. Get on the plane.
First to be sent packing from Madrid in similar circumstances. John Toshak amongst them, who twice coached Real Madrid. Good support from Wales. Luisao for Brazil. Dudu. Marcelo. Edmilson. Julio Baptista. Good run by Maicon, but Danny Gabardon was there and had the coolness too to just knock it into the path of Gareth Bale rather than look for Rosette. This is Kaka. Oh, well done, Ryan Giggs. Bellamy. Duffy.
Duffy just got caught in two minds there. It was a good movement between Davies and Bellamy. And once he took that touch, he just delayed the pass.
Bellamy chasing Ronaldinho now. Been at Portsmouth a few years, Duffy rather, chasing Ronaldinho. Duffy's been at Portsmouth a few years. He's only ever played once for Portsmouth, was out on loan at Coventry last season. James Collins with a challenge on Kaká, which the Brazilian didn't like, but Mike Riley didn't see anything wrong.
Cruncher. Won the ball fair and square.
Here's Alex. Ed Nielsen. Beautifully done by Kaká. Oh, good try. Wagner Love won't get to the follow-up. It's a wonderful piece of play by Kaká in particular. Wagner Love was the other player in the 1-2. Look at this.
Well, it's beautiful. It's just the weight of the pass is excellent, but, you know, it's straight at Jones and he deals with it on the second attempt. You can just see he catches it on the volley just sweetly. It pitches in front of the goalkeeper, which usually makes it difficult.
Bellamy nicely to Davis. And Bellamy... Well, if it was a dummy intended for Earnshaw, Earnshaw didn't read it. This is Dudu. Julio Baptista. Kaká. Wagner Love just denied by Gabidon. Luizao finds his goalkeeper Gomez. Luizao, the player whose goal in Lisbon last season for his club Benfica helped knock Liverpool out of the Champions League. Marcelo, left-back who still plays in Brazil, which is a rarity these days for Brazilian internationals. Gareth Bale in. There's a casual pass from Dudu. Giggs, Robinson at full stretch. Free kick is given.
Possession, just let him go.
Here's Duffy. Davis wants the return. Instead it's Bellamy. Duffy again. Davis, Duffy, this is nice.
Good play. Excellent play.
Really good stuff from Wales. Luizao with the clearance.
Just the weight of the passing, the movement. Look, people are making themselves available. Patient build-up. A good cross. Excellent play, byline. That's where you've got to. That's where you're going to create a lot of chances. But as you can see, there's more yellow shirts than red.
It's a Welsh throw. Giggs and Bellamy.
Earnshaw was there. Earnshaw was right in the 6-yard box. They both look at each other. You know, it's good play from Giggs, because what he does, he turns and faces the defender. The defender's got a 2-on-1 situation. Giggs slips Bellamy in. And he really, I think he should square that one.
Alex with the clearance. Ronaldinho gets the free kick from James Collins. I hope he's brought lots of shirts with him, Ronaldinho, because there's going to be a queue to get hold of one at the end. Ed Nielsen. Ronaldinho. Kaká. Still Kaká. We're all human.
Fortunately for him, on Sunday... This is the situation here. Watch Ryan Giggs. Back to goal, he turns. Now the defender's got a 2-on-1. He lays Bellamy in. Watch, Earnshaw gets in front there. If he just plays that round the defender, Earnshaw's free. Good play. And this is the 1-2. And this is the area I think is crucial to scoring goals. Getting past defenders down the side of the 18-yard box and delivering crosses from that situation. You do not need to be tall. You can fire that across the 6-yard box to the small guys running in.
Kept in by Marcelo. This is Duffy. Robinson. Bellamy dispossessed by Dudu. Now Kaka. Edmilson. Dudu. Julio Baptista. Ronaldinho. Good tackle, James Collins. Ronaldinho still. And Robinson. And he nutmegs Julio Baptista. And gets a free kick.
You've got to say that the team performance on Sunday is more cohesive. And you're looking at people like Ronaldinho in the team now. He demands the ball all the time, and generally the players give it to him. But sometimes he slows down the tempo of the game. You know, and it's one thing I think Dunga will look at when he's playing certain opposition. You know, look at the performance on Sunday to now.
Here's Naitanga and Gabidon. Davis. Bellamy. Duffy's forward. Bellamy tried the back heel, which was the right thing, I think. He was a little bit unlucky that it didn't come off. Marcelo with the clearance. Here's Ryan Giggs. That's a lovely play by Giggs.
Duda accepts it and acknowledges it as well, giving him a pat on the back. We know all about Ryan Giggs' skill. Love a little step over here. There you go. Oh, just through legs. Duda just chops him down.
Davis. Duffy. Giggs. Robinson got it all wrong. Duda looks for Ronaldinho and he couldn't take it in his stride.
It's a poor pass from Duda. Poor pass, yeah, shake of the head. All he needs there is that ball to his feet.
This has been a good Wales performance so far.
Wasted there, wasn't he?
Here he is, John Toshak. Ronaldinho. Kaka to Edmilson. Dudu. Julio Baptista to Kaka. This is Maicon. Free kick given, and James Collins isn't happy about that one.
No, he's not, because, you know, Ronaldinho's great upper body strength and he backs in here, and I think he draws the foul, he plays for it. But you just see him there, he tries to use his body strength, but to me, I think that's a foul. It's a tackle from behind. You know, he wraps his leg around, and you know against this class of player, you can't dive in.
Well, the clock says we're in the 43rd minute. This is 35 yards at least. But it's Ronaldinho. Or it might not be, it might be Alex. It is Alex. Hit James Collins, it's a corner.
Well, they're all claiming it hit James Collins on the hand. It was a decent strike there, wasn't it? Straight run, James Collins. I think it clearly hits him on the head.
Yep. Ronaldinho's corner, well dealt with by Collins. Edmilson. Bellamy in. Earnshaw is there. And Bellamy. Red shirts getting forward. Earnshaw getting forward. Davis getting forward. Bale too. And Giggs. This is Bellamy. And Marcelo concedes the corner.
No, I think against, was it Czech Republic the other day, I think Craig Bellman's reluctance to go down on his left foot, I think sometimes he won't create many opportunities, because at that stage there, he needs to go down his left side and cross with his left foot. He insists on coming in on his right foot.
Davis, Giggs. Bad idea, but 3 in red were left in there. Here's Kaka. Ronaldinho.
Poor. No, it's really poor, that is. Working hard to keep the ball up front.
Here's Kaka, though. Cleverly into Wagner Love, who's offside. Offside, flag was up straight away.
Yeah, I think it was a yard. It was excellent play from Kaka and Ronaldinho. There, he cuts it back. You can clearly see he's a yard offside. Great finish, though. He doesn't know the flag's gone up at that moment.
Sean Proctor-Green, the referee's assistant, in a perfect position, and absolutely right.
Spot on. Would have been an injustice as well for Wales to go in 1-0 down at this stage.
Here's Collins, he's played well.
They've grown in confidence as the game's gone on. They've used the ball better. I think it's fair to say that Brazil have allowed them to have the ball in positions, you know, without too much pressure. But you still have to pass it and play well and get good movement, and that's what they've done.
Ed Milson conceded a free kick. Ryan Giggs. It's a free kick for Wales against Luisao, right on the edge of the penalty area, who fouled Bellamy.
Good shooting opportunity here. So few can do it as well, Davies and Giggs. And it's a long diagonal ball from Ryan Giggs, and I don't think he's happy because I think Craig Bellamy runs in the back of him. I think if the referee has a look from the situation, he doesn't know Craig Bellamy's behind. Craig Bellamy runs into the back. Yeah, there's Luciao. He's saying he's watching the ball. I can't see you, you're behind. Here's the ball. He doesn't know he's behind there. Bellamy's in the back of him. They ankles clash. I think the referee's got it wrong.
Well, the replay clearly showed that Luisao was watching the ball. But Wales won't be too concerned if they score with this. This could be the last touch of the first half too. 1 minute of stoppage time was indicated and 1 minute's been played. And presumably one of those 6 is going to have a go at goal.
I was just going to say, there's a bit of keenness to get on this free kick. All of a sudden everybody's a free kick taker.
Gareth Bale, Ryan Giggs, Bellamy and Earnshaw all there. It's going to be Giggs, isn't it? It is, it's Giggs, it's a corner.
Wall stood firm, didn't it?
Well, it is just about time to take the corner, I think. Giggs is going to take it. Bellamy. Davis. Wales are going to run out of time here.
Unbelievable.
That is the half-time whistle.
Well, you know, they must know, they're aware, there's a big clock in the stadium, that, you know, they're in time added on. Get the ball into the back post. Collins has come up. And, well, I think decent half, Steve.
Yeah.
Really decent half.
Wales have done well. Robert Earnshaw's had the best chance of the game. Not just the best Wales chance of the game, the best chance of the game. Alex for Brazil had a headed opportunity early on, but Wales have more than played their part in this game. And at half-time at White Hart Lane, it's Brazil 0, Wales 0.
Can he pass? He can just stand there and take the gear off.
Well, it looks like the players are making their way towards the pitch. What do you think well, it looks like we could have a substitution as well as far as Brazil are concerned. It looks like it's an Arsenal man then, Lee.
Gilberto. Well,
yeah.
the other Arsenal man's not done bad. You know, Batista looks quite sharp. I think it's interesting to see how they perform second half and what the manager said to them. We'll see what the manager said by the way they play second half. It's sort of self-explanatory. If they go up a gear, they know they've had a little telling off at half-time.
Neville, prediction?
Pretty good game.
Yeah, very diplomatic. OK, let's hand back to our commentary team then for the second half of Brazil against Wales. Let's rejoin Mark Bright and Steve Wilson.
Thank you very much, chaps. As you can see, the familiar face of Gilberto Silva, World Cup winner in 2002. And Arsenal midfielder is guaranteed a warm welcome at White Hart Lane. He's going to replace Ed Mielsen at the heart of their midfield. And that's quite a shot. And there's Kaká, who takes over the captain's armband for Brazil, because Ed Mielsen was wearing that in the first half. We gather also that there are going to be changes in the Wales side in the second half. We'll just wait for those to be confirmed by the fourth official on the far side, though we believe that both Gareth Bale and Ryan Giggs are to be replaced. Joe Ledley, who's having a very good season with Cardiff City, and Sam Ricketts are the players who are going to come on. But Wales have done really well in that first half. Ryan Giggs, as Lee Dixon was saying at half-time, Mark, had a great first half. Obviously, John Toshak is looking to give someone else a taste of the action and also give Ryan Giggs a little bit of a rest, having been involved in Teplice against the Czech Republic at the weekend. Yeah, and at 32 years old, I think he's been there, seen it and done it. And just mindful that, you know, Manchester United, precocious talent, be needed for them. Not entirely sure that Wales will want to kick off the second half with only 8 outfield players on the pitch against Brazil. I'm not sure that all the Brazilians are out there yet either, but there's Joe Ledley, another youngster, very highly rated too, Joe Ledley, 19 years of age, and he will get a little taste of the action in midfield. And Sam Ricketts also coming on, number 18 there, he will play at left wing back. So we are ready to go with Wales holding Brazil after 45 minutes in that first half, and not only holding them but having created one very, very good opportunity too, which was saved by Gomez from Robert Earnshaw. And this is Davis immediately caught by Dudu. This is Collins, thought he played well in the first half.
It's a fresh-looking left side here, Steve. And obviously Ricketts and Ledley playing down this left-hand side.
Gilberto Silva, Dudu, Marcelo, Ronaldinho. Davis was in quickly and dispossessed quickly. Gilberto Silva. Ryan Giggs has gone off for Wales, so now Paul Jones, 39 years young, in the Welsh goal, is wearing the armband for the second half. Maicon here. He's going to have a job at right back for Brazil to replace Cicinho, who seems to be the preferred choice of Dunga, the Real Madrid right back, to replace Cafu. Kaká, Gilberto Silva, Julio Baptista, Davis in smartly. Wagner Love has taken it away from Davis. Let's have a free kick. Brazil still have 11 players, so they could easily not have done. Taken by Davis. Gilberto Silva got his head on it and is after his own header to prevent a corner. Davis. Gabidon. Collins. Just over 20,000 inside White Hart Lane tonight. This is Ricketts. There are reports of supporters outside the ground not being allowed in. I cannot imagine why that would be. Even at half-time, apparently, supporters outside the ground were told that they couldn't come in. Cannot imagine why that would be. Only reports at this stage, but 20,208 inside White Hart Lane. Wagner Love. Ronaldinho. Julio Baptista. Marcelo. To corner.
That's the feature for me, is the fullback's getting forward. You can see him there, he's playing like a left winger.
Now the corner of the West Stand get their chance to take a picture of Ronaldinho. Flicked on by Kaká. Alex wasn't too far away at the back post.
Well, you get the good delivery. There you go. Nobody in front of Kaká. That's important. You get somebody in there to cover that near man. All he's looking for is just the slightest of touches, so it skims across the goal, and looking for somebody just to walk in and head it into the back of the net.
Wales are going to make a change in a minute. Carl Fletcher is ready to come on at Crystal Palace now. Carl Fletcher, having left West Ham in the summer. So Carl Fletcher comes on for Carl Robinson. It's a straight positional swap. Three-game tour, actually, that Brazil embarked upon. They drew 1-1 in Oslo against Norway at the end of August. Then the 3-0 win over Argentina. And I think if Wales can take a draw here, those back home in South America might not consider the tour to be a roaring success, though I suppose that any victory over Argentina will be welcomed enthusiastically back in Sao Paulo and Rio. But perhaps what it shows, he played a second-string side in Oslo. Most of the players on the pitch now were involved against Norway. And, you know, to be honest, Mark, the sort of second-string Brazilian side of this squad don't look a great side, do they?
No, obviously they haven't caused Wales as many problems as I thought they would. They've been comfortable and moved the ball around well. You know, if this was a qualifier, but this is very similar to how they played in the World Cup, sort of within themselves, patient, as if they can score it at will. And that was the undoing. Whereas
that's short, and it's Bellamy. Oh, and Gomez just did enough. Only just did enough. Dudu with the back pass, which was short.
Too casual, wasn't it? I think what happened is the goalkeeper narrowed the angle for him, made it very difficult, but opportunity, here he is. He's too close. It's too close. And Bellamy, all he needs to do there is just take that. I don't think he needs to nick the ball inside the goalkeeper. I think if he drags it down, his left-hand side here drags it down, the goalkeeper's got to bring him down.
Fletcher is fouled. Well, he had the two best chances, really, in the Czech Republic at the weekend to score what could have been crucial goals for Wales, because it would have put them ahead against the Czech Republic at a time when the home team seemed to be running out of ideas.
Absolutely. You know, and you're looking against those going away and picking up a point. There's people like the Czech Republic, you know, obviously Slovakia, well, Cyprus, Republic, San Marino and Germany. Want to get something away from home, and it was a great opportunity for him.
Wales, as John Toshak has been pointing out, in pot 5, 5th seeds for the European Championship qualifying, so whoever they got, it was always going to be difficult for them. Julio Baptista here. Mike on Ronaldinho in the middle. It's a beautiful ball, just floating towards Ronaldinho, and James Collins got it behind.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Good touch from Collins, but you can see here, it's in the air a long time. Not sure if Paul Jones should come and get it. Should he come off his line? Should he come? I think that's in the air a long time. He allows his defender to deal with it, and in the end, it's the right decision.
Ronaldinho's corner, Kaká in the middle, Julio Baptista, Gilberto Silva, and Alex with the header, bouncing and claimed by the goalkeeper Jones.
Never really caught it, did he? Beats everybody, gets a good head on it, loses all its pace because it's pitched down into the ground.
I think at some point in the second half we can expect to see Daniel Carvalho, who played so well on Sunday, I thought, for Brazil. Robinho, who was terrific in the first half hour. Rafael Sobis is an intriguing one as well, young striker. He's just moved to Betis from Internacional. That's Internacional of Porto Alegre, Brazil, not Milan, Italy. He's supposedly the next big thing. Ronaldinho.
It's just not as cohesive today. So like they picked out the passes well. The shape of the team's been good for Brazil, but the threat down the middle, up front, and from midfield, I think it's been lacking.
Ricketts into Fletcher. Tanga. Bellamy. Fletcher. Room on the right-hand side here. It's Richard Duffy. Simon Davis ahead of him. Earnshaw and Bellamy forward too. This is Davis. Needs a good cross. Deflected to Duffy. Earnshaw couldn't get it down. Bellamy does! And wasn't too far away.
A couple of people had a bite of the cherry there, didn't they? Good play from Wales. Here, good delivery from Davies. Takes a deflection. Missed there. Missed here. Bellamy keeps his eye on it. Falls over. He just can't stay over it enough. But good play. This is a good ball in. And now you've got people attacking it, and that's exactly what you want. You don't want one striker going in on his own. Got midfield players in there supporting. It's Duffy. And a shot by Bellamy over.
Here's Alex. Marcelo. Ronaldinho. Julio Baptista. Deflection, it's a corner.
He was on target as well. We were right above that. He seemed just to keep things nice and simple. Baptista links the play. And there he had an opportunity with Maicon going around the outside of him. A shooting opportunity, takes the defender away.
That's where all the action is, in that posse on the edge of the penalty area. There's an important header from Duffy because Alex was right behind him.
Just see Ronaldinho, the run-up he takes, it's like a couple of steps.
Well, looks well, Cicinho is going to come on, and Maicon will be the player who goes off. Cicinho, who's now at Real Madrid, but whose last game for his former club, Sao Paulo, was the World Club Championship, when Sao Paulo beat Liverpool in Yokohama. Played twice in the World Cup, just finished, starting in the 4-1 victory over Japan and coming on in that quarter-final defeat to France.
I think it's fair to say he's waited for his opportunity, hasn't he, to get in this team?
Absolutely. And Cafu just went on and on and on, didn't he? But Cicinho is a similar sort of player. Gilberto Silva. Marcelo well hit!
Oh.
Very well hit! It's Marcelo for Brazil on his debut. And Wales are undone by a long-distance drive from a Brazilian. That bit predictable, but the fact that it's Marcelo, 18-year-old left-back, playing with Fluminense in Brazil on his debut, that was not in the script.
That's a good strike. They work the ball from one side of the pitch to the other. And as I said before, the feature of Brazil, getting their full-backs forward. And he's in a great position there, shooting. The balls move quickly. You can see nobody's coming to close him down. So it's a free strike at goal, and it's just the accuracy that beats Paul Jones, right inside the post. Well, Brazil 1-0 up.
Marcelo with a magical moment for him. We saw Elano score a couple of goals against Argentina in what was only his 4th cap for Brazil on Sunday, and now a new name, maybe for the future. Wears the number 6 shirt for so long, graced by Roberto Carlos, who was an absolute master at shooting from that kind of distance. If Marcelo has half the career ahead of him that Roberto Carlos has had behind him, my goodness me, what a life he'll have. Some way to start, good goal.
Super goal. I wouldn't say it was one of those situations, Steve, where we said it's just a matter of time before Brazil score, because you know, they haven't really been that dominating, that, you know, they haven't been fluid. You know, it just seems like They've just been playing within themselves, as we said, but just a little step up in tempo there. Crisp passing created a goal-scoring opportunity. Plenty to do from outside the box, as always. Struck on target.
Rob Edwards is going to be on shortly for Wales. Wolverhampton Wanderers right back. Former Aston Villa player who was 3-4 years ago seen very much as a certainty to have the Wales right back position tied down for years to come. He's going to get the last half hour of this game in place of Duffy. This is Kaka. It's a lovely ball. Marcelo to Dudu. Still waiting to come on, Rob Edwards. Here's Cicinho.
Constant movement all around, players changing positions. Nobody stands still when they're in possession with Brazil.
Dudu, Ronaldinho. Luizão. Cicinho. Well, that's just possession stuff, isn't it, from Brazil?
Well, it's just the shape of the team, and they're trying to encourage Wales to come out and have a go at the ball, trying to win it so they can try and pass through again.
Wayward from Cicinho, and now Rob Edwards, who's been standing for a good 2 or 3 minutes on the far touchline, stripped off and ready to go, will get his opportunity. And the player who was about to take the throw-in, Richard Duffy, is the player who is going to be replaced by Edwards. I think both the wing-backs in the first half could say that they did well. Duffy on the right-hand side and Bale on the left, both taken off now, but Absolutely. They did their job, didn't they?
Yeah, they've used the ball well, they've played their part, they've closed down, they've got forward.
It's Wales' throw. Dudu got in front of Bellamy. This is Ronaldinho and Kaka and Marcelo with Collins across.
Good play. Oops, a daisy. He's limping Collins. I'm not sure if he's...
He's just overstretched, has he?
No. Sure, Alan Pardew was watching this game somewhere. A little concerned about that. He jumped in and slid, and I'm not sure if it's his left ankle. He's definitely limping.
Here's Cicinho. Gilberto Silva, Kaka, and still Kaka. Wagner Love. Collins did well, given that he's limited with his movement at the moment. This is Edwards. Alex towers over Robert Earnshaw.
Earnshaw was complaining that what kind of pass is that for me?
Gilberto Silva.
And loud roars in the crowd, Steve.
I do believe that Robinho is readying himself. Kaka. Through Collins, Kaka. Well out by Edwards. Marcelo there, though. Support from Kaka. Looking threatening now, Brazil. Ronaldinho to Dudu. Oh dear. It's just caught by Fletcher.
Silly free kick to give away, really. Cole Fletcher coming on as a sub, sometimes trying to pick up the pace. I think you just see good skills here, Brazilians. Watch there, just catches his leg as he tries to kick the ball. And once again, another goal-scoring opportunity, really. Good area, good angle as well for Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho has weighed up his options, weighed up the angles. 6 in red in that wall. Ronaldinho. It's a nice save for Paul Jones, nice height.
He guessed right, didn't he? He's got the wall covering that side of the goal, and he's in the other side, the left-hand side, and he guesses right. So say, just a couple of steps, the ball goes up and down, as you can see. Jones gets himself in a good position behind the ball. It's a comfortable save for him.
Robinho's going to be on shortly. Julio Baptista. Ronaldinho passed it, and passed it within an inch of the post. Didn't shoot, he passed.
Yes. See what he's trying to do. And it's good play here. Baptista opens it all up. This is a great little dummy. Then a little turn of pace. Just sidesteps it. Collins commits himself. Just misses the outside of the post, as you can see.
And it's his last action of the game, because Ronaldinho makes way, and on comes the pocket battleship mini magician that is Robinho. Wales are also making a change. It's Simon Davies who is being replaced by David Vaughan. Free kick is given to Wales. Fletcher. What did you make of Robinho on Sunday against Argentina?
Well, I'd just say, for all the showboating, it's got to be an end product for me. And I like to see it open people up and go past people and create goal-scoring opportunities, but some of the stuff he did was fabulous.
Here he is, Robinho, into Kaka. Back to Kaka again, little fortunate to get the second ball. Vaughan only half away. Oh, it's driven again by Marcelo. Cicinho, and that'll be a free kick for the foul on Ledley.
Well, it just seems that, look, there's so many bodies in there. They win the ball, but here again, another feature, the fullback getting forward, hits the target, trying to drive it across Jones again. You see the great angle here, keeps it low. Jones did ever so well pushing it away.
Tanga. Is that right? Brazil 21, Wales 3 in shots. Well, could be 22-3 here, and that's just wide from Dudu.
So he had a lot of support there, didn't he? Robinho to his left, Wagner Love just ahead of him, and Kaka to his right.
Do you get the feeling that Wales are beginning to tire a little bit?
A little bit, maybe, I think. Just getting drawn, stretched, a few substitutes on, 4 subs on, something like that.
Here's Dudu. Gilberto Silva, Cicinho, Robinho, given away by Julio Baptista. Did well, Fletcher. Vaughan. Here's Edwards. Bellamy. It's Fletcher. Read by Luizao. Kaka trod on the ball. Vaughan is in for Wales. Ledley. Lost out to Julio Baptista. This is Gilberto Silva, and now Dudu. Kaka. Robinho. Cicinho. And again. Wagner Love, and Robinho into the face of Danny Gabidon with almost no backlift at all on his left foot. Robinho. Bellamy. Edwards is going to have to work for that, and he did well. Chase on for Earnshaw. Luizao away. James Collins has been excellent, hasn't he, tonight for Wales?
Yeah, outstanding. I think his anticipation of moves and getting in front of people and just putting his foot in the right time. He's really pleased with himself.
Fletcher. Bellamy. Edwards might provide an overlap. Marcelo is in quickly. Wales will have a throw-in. Brazil are going to make a change, I think, if Wales allow them to, from this throw-in. And Kaká is going to be replaced. Kaká comes off, and on comes Elano, who scored 2 very good goals against Argentina.
He did score 2 good goals, and a very impressive performance from him. I think what he's going to do is go to the right-hand side and push Baptista inside a little bit.
David Vaughan. James Collins. Gabidon. Tanga. Vaughan. That's a very good ball. It's Bellamy. Earnshaw in the middle. Couldn't get anything on it. Ledley. Ricketts. Still plenty of red shirts forward. Luizao with a clearance.
For all their dominance in the second half, Brazil so close to being undone. You know, just a little bit too high and a bit too hard for him, I think.
Here's James Collins. Fletcher. Vaughan, dispossessed by Julio Baptista. Dispossessed well too. Elano's in a good position to the right-hand side. This is Robinho. Cicinho. Lovely ball, Wagner Love. Oh, what an excellent goal that is. An absolute peach of a ball onto the head of Wagner Love. And Brazil lead by 2.
Well, it's showing a picture there of Collins, but I don't think that had anything to do with him. I think Cicinho, the quality on the cross and Wagner Love's movement is absolutely fantastic. And this is all, it's good possession. Robinho doing the showboating. Cicinho here, Wagner Love makes a little diagonal run, just gets in front of Collins, and there's nothing Paul Jones can do about that. It's a flick of the head, and before he knows it, it's behind him. This is just a great ball for any striker, just chipped into the area, now go and attack it. And that's exactly what Wagner Love does.
Lovely ball in by Cicinho, and a very good finish too. Very good finish, but it's all about the quality of the ball from Cicinho. Brazil have made another change. Marcelo, scorer of the first goal, has been replaced by Gilberto, the left-back of Hertha Berlin.
They've got the original fullbacks on now, which they started the game against Argentina with, and obviously looking at your substitutes and have an impact, and that's what Dunga did, sent on Cicinho. He moves forward, produces a good cross. You can feel justified in making the change.
Here's Earnshaw. That's Gilberto. You know, you said Cicinho had a long time to wait for Cafu to call it a day. It's Gilberto. Cicinho's 26. He's still got a few years ahead of him. Gilberto's waited and waited and waited for Roberto Carlos to pack it in. He's now 30, Gilberto, and the bad news for him is that Marcelo, who's 18, is already usurping his position at left-back.
Waiting for buses.
Gilberto actually played in the 4-1 victory over Japan at the last World Cup and scored in that game.
And
2-0 is...
Sobis is going to come on, Steve, is he?
2-0's maybe a little bit harsh on Wales, Mark.
A little bit, yes, and, you know, it's a quality great. It's a great goal, the second one. Good movement from the team, good possession. You know, the first one's a good strike from Marcelo, and the second one's just a good team move. So
Rob Earnshaw replaced by David Cottrell. Earnshaw, who had a good opportunity in the first half, gets an excellent ovation too. His goal-scoring record, Rob Earnshaw, is second to none, really. Even at West Bromwich Albion, his goal-scoring record was good, but there were doubts, I think, from Brian Robson about his contribution outside the penalty area. His goal-scoring record since he's moved to Norwich is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that's what people are looking for, especially Nigel Worthington. This happened the other day, Steve. I think it's poor as well.
Yeah.
So-called fans getting onto the pitch, you know.
We have an interloper on the pitch, which is a shame. He's swathed in a Brazilian flag and is being chased by a few stewards. And one of them catches him on the blind side, I'm pleased to say. This is... I'd much rather watch this, Mark.
Oh, it's magical. Because, you know, James Collins does get caught slightly out of position. You know, but he's talking about 3 centre-backs in there. And what he's done is he's allowed the forward to get in front of him. You know, and as Lee Dixon will tell you, if you're playing him at the striker on side and he's in front of you, there's a good chance that he's going to get there first and score. Now, apart from that, that's the only error you can say that he's made.
This is the supposed next big thing. Rafael Sobis, 21 years of age, scored the goals which won the Copa Libertadores last month for Internacional of Porto Alegre, has now moved to Real Betis. And Wagner Love finds Cicinho. And the player who's gone off, by the way, for Rafael Sobis is Arsenal's new face, Julio Baptista.
Once again, you can see here who's the first person in support. Cicinho, the right back. Not afraid to have a shot here.
Fletcher for Wales. Edwards. Collins.
It just seems like Brazil just stepped up a little bit and they've got to press the ball high wherever they've allowed Wales to have the ball before. They'll try and win it back in their half.
Gilberto with the throw. Robinho. That's Cottrell. Cabidon. Ricketts. Ledley forward. Luisao read it. This is Cicinho. Came off Duda. It's going to be chased by Bellamy. Alex is across. Keeper's there too. Gomez. Joe Ledley. Luisao.
What a chance.
Well, that was not just like watching Brazil. They're all over the place.
It was Alano just trying to hit a crossfield ball, got cut out.
If there's a suspicion of handball, no one appealed for it, but as Luisao came across Ledley, like it might have hit him on the back of the hand or possibly the hip, I'm not sure, but there wasn't a big appeal from anyone in red. Gilberto. Dudu. Gilberto Silva.
And once again, just look at the way that the team have set up. You know, lots of width. Wales are deep, so they're going to use that space. Rubinho's looking for the ball constantly. Here he is.
Cicinho. It's a free kick.
It was David Vaughan, wasn't it? Just used his arm there, blocked Cicinho. It's frustrating when you hear the crowd doing the holays.
Fletcher. Bellamy chasing Luisao. He's got the pace to get there too. Luisao used his strength to take it away from Bellamy. He thought he was fouled. And then the Brazilian defender prevented the corner too. And here's Gilberto Silva. He's about the 4th different captain that Brazil have had tonight. Alex. Gilberto getting forward. header was a good one too. Rob Edwards.
Vital touch that was.
Well, Wales don't want to concede another because 3-0 would certainly be harsh on them. Though there's a swagger about Brazil now as Wales are tired a bit. Cicinho. Gilberto Silva. Dudu. Robinho. Well done, David Vaughan. This is Fletcher.
Got to keep the ball, they've got to support each other now, make space. What they're not doing is just what they're doing, one pass downfield and they're giving the ball away. Now all of a sudden Brazil are in a good position here, they've set up to stay forward.
Elano. Cicinho. Gilberto Silva. Gilberto Silva. And Gilberto, nicely done. Rafael Sobis. Gilberto. Rafael Sobis again. Oh, just about to say now, let's see what he's made of, and his first touch wasn't very good.
He looked up, didn't he? He looked up to see Wagner Love and toe poked it.
The subject of a real tug of love as Rafael Sobis between Racing Santander and Real Betis. In the end, Betis won it, though AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain were interested too.
As I said on Sunday, Steve, it's a talent drain from South America to Europe. You know, just because money talks, put a lot of time and effort into the players and rear them, play them when they're young, and then they just move them to Europe as soon as they can for the money. Both 22 players from the starting on Saturday and Sunday, all of them play in Europe.
Here's Wagner Love. Robinho. Rafael Sobis. Elano. Naitanga got a foot in. Gabidon a head in. Ledley with the clearance. Earlier this week as good an explanation of the way sometimes transfers work in South America as I've seen, which may or may not relate to what's happened in the West Ham situation with Mascherano and Tevez. But the explanation was that because the clubs don't have an awful lot of money, they actually can't afford to buy the best players, so agencies buy them, give them to the clubs, and then take the profit with the sell-on. And so the players are owned by agencies rather than by the clubs. This is Rafael Sobis. It's a good try too, and Jones smartly down to his right-hand side makes the save. I'm not saying that's what has happened in the West Ham situation, but it might have done. It's certainly the details are not being disclosed. So basically what happens is that any sell-on goes to the agent, not the club.
Yeah, and that's where the money goes out of the game, as opposed to helping the clubs who play them in the end.
Dudu here is given away by David Vaughan. Rafael Sobis. Robinho just couldn't get through James Collins. He's shaking off that knock he had earlier. Wales have a host of home games now in qualifying for the European Championship. Slovakia and Cyprus at home, then the short trip to Dublin for the match against the Republic of Ireland, then home games against San Marino, the return against the Czech Republic in Cardiff, and then Germany at home. They need to get points from probably all 6 of those games if they're to stand a chance, because then they finish away to Slovakia, away to Cyprus, away to San Marino, home against Ireland, and the last one is in Germany. And John Toshak will know that they need to be a force in Cardiff, and as he was saying last week, they need to beat one of the big teams away from home as well, be that Ireland or Germany. It can't be the Czech Republic now, if they're to have any chance.
They had an opportunity, didn't they? A really good opportunity against the Czechs, and it's the kind of thing that you can build on. Mainly, you say from the first half as well. From here, they can take a lot away. Seems like Brazil have stepped up a little bit in the second half, and they made a lot of substitutions. Wales and been dragged around. But, you know, as a player, I used to reflect on playing against the best teams, and what have you learned? How can you improve yourself? And I used to sort of pitch myself against the opposite number 9 or whatever, and think, well, he did this better than me, he did that, and try and work on those things.
Here's Bellamy, Ledley inside the penalty area, Cottrell arriving. Nice pull. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Bellamy onto the right foot of Sam Ricketts. It's a great chance.
Good play. There's the diagonal run just behind the defender. He lights through that Bellamy, and then he just gets his heads up, and he waits, and he waits, and he waits. This is a good ball, and I just think that he just sees the defender in front of him, and he just changes his mind here. He arrives well. He's got his arms open here. I want the ball. There's no real conviction in that, is there, to score?
Cicinho. Elano. Wagner Love just behind Cicinho, who you have to rub your eyes and remind yourself is actually a right back.
Right back, yeah. And the same on the other side. Roberto, just look at how far forward he is.
This is Edwards. Bellamy. It's a corner. Wales hoping for consolation here. Right, you might. I think they've done enough to deserve a goal in this game. Really good chance for Ricketts in the second half. Good chance for Earnshaw in the first. Bellamy's corner taken away by Dudu. This is Sobis and Cottrell, and still Cottrell.
Oops.
Fletcher. It's come off Cicinho last. It's a corner to Wales.
Yep, throw everybody forward.
Now, is this going to be a moment to remember? Is someone here going to be able to say for the rest of their life, I scored against Brazil? Bellamy. Fletcher. Edwards. Fletcher. Ricketts. Bellamy. Collins is forward. Ledley's forward too. And this is Bellamy. They're appealing for handball. Bellamy. Gomez with the save.
You can see Elano here complaining to the referee about Bellamy handball. Watch, he just goes down the side here. I think he gets a little deflection. Hits him there on the left arm. There's a big appeal for handball. And then he just tries to curl that past the goalkeeper. The angle's too tight for me.
Ricketts, Wales finishing strongly. Here's Collins. Fletcher with Dudu, who won it in the air. Gilberto's clearance. Robinho. Near Tanga.
Well played.
Vaughan. Joe Ledley here. Fletcher. Cottrell to Bellamy.
To make his mind up. Cicinho, the right back, who really should have just be waiting to receive the ball and give it. He's looking to get ahead of Robinho.
This is Edwards. Cottrell has lost out to Dudu and stayed down, but there was no foul. Rafael Sobis, and now Mike Riley decides that he wants to see some treatment.
Just a click on the ankle, gets caught in possession. Cottrell.
So good experience for Wales, do you think, Mark?
Oh, absolutely. And you can only learn. You can only learn. I think you look at the positional sense, the movement, the touch of the Brazilians all the time, looking for the ball, their awareness. And I don't think they disgraced themselves in one bit.
Beaten in the end, Wales, but certainly their heads shouldn't be bowed, because for an hour they were holding the mighty Brazil, who, to be fair, weren't quite at their mightiest, but then Marcelo, from distance on his debut, scored the first, and Wagner Love, with a delightful header from Cicinho's ball into the box, got the second with 15 minutes to go. So 2 wins and a draw for Brazil on this 3-game European tour. They drew with Norway, they beat Argentina, and they've beaten Wales at White Hart Lane. Brazil 2, Wales 0.